On May 30th, 2016, a fatal single-car accident occurred on a Brazilian highway known as BR-262. The driver reportedly lost control of the vehicle, veered off the road, and crashed. Tragically, he did not survive. After news of the spread, a TV crew was dispatched to the scene to cover the story. They filmed the wreckage and aired the footage to the public. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, just another tragic accident report. But viewers soon noticed something unsettling.
Parente das vítimas que seguia em outro veículo viu pelo retrovisor o momento em que a caminhonete capotou. A suspeita é que a motorista tenha tentado desviar de animal que cruzou a pista.
No local onde há muito mato em volta da rodovia.
When the footage is zoomed in, what appears to be a face can be seen inside the damaged car. It seems to emerge out of nowhere, almost as if it's looking directly into the camera. Some believe this could be the spirit of the deceased driver, caught on film moments after the crash. Others argue it might be a trick of light, reflection, or simply the mind trying to make sense of random shapes. Whatever the truth may be, the clip has sparked debate and unease. What exactly was captured on camera? That's left for you to decide. An indoor home security camera captured something deeply unsettling. There isn't much background information about the clip, but what's shown is enough to leave anyone uneasy. At around 8 seconds in, a young child is seen walking through the kitchen. Suddenly, they stop dead in their tracks and stare straight ahead, as if something or someone is standing in their way. What happens next is hard to explain. Without warning, the child begins interacting with whatever they're seeing, appearing to hold a conversation. There's nothing visible on camera, yet the child reacts as though someone is right in front of them. Of course, it could be dismissed as an overactive imagination, but the way the child responds, pausing, reacting, and engaging, feels unusually real, and that's what disturbed the mother the most. The mother, Rosie B., believes it might not be imaginary at all. She suspects something paranormal, possibly an unseen presence trying to take her daughter's toys. What makes it even more chilling is what her daughter later said. When Rosie asked who she had been talking to, the child calmly replied that it was a little girl and a little boy. The incident remains unexplained. Rosie hasn't yet looked into the history of the house, though she believes it might hold answers. Until then, the footage stands as a mystery that continues to raise questions. This next clip comes with little to no background information, but even without context, it's undeniably unsettling. Late one night somewhere in Chile, a man records something strange happening right in front of him while he's lying in bed. According to him, it's around 3 a.m. when everything begins.
Sale conchetumare. Conchetumare.
In the footage, a door slowly cracks open just a few inches. Then, after the man tells it to open, it suddenly swings wider, almost instantly, as if something on the other side was listening and responding. Shaken, the man eventually gets up and checks the room, but finds no one there. The experience left him deeply disturbed, convinced that something paranormal had just taken place. Many viewers who've seen the video agree with him, while others remain skeptical and search for a logical explanation. So what really happened? Was it something beyond explanation, or just a strange coincidence? That's up to you to decide. The following video comes from a man named Jacob, who recently inherited his grandmother's house. He's been unsure about keeping it. The place is in poor condition and needs a lot of repairs. But after one disturbing night, it seems he's made his decision. Late at night, Jacob wakes up to a strange noise coming from inside his bedroom. He grabs his camera and starts recording.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
At first, a knocking sound can be heard coming from his closet. When he checks, there's nothing there. But moments later, loud banging erupts from the other side of the room, leaving him clearly shaken. What's even more unsettling is something Jacob didn't notice until later. At the beginning of the footage, a clown doll sitting on top of a drawer appears to be facing the bed. But as the video continues, it somehow ends up facing the door, without anyone touching it. Since that night, Jacob says he moved the doll downstairs, convinced that something about it isn't right. He believes it came to life, and that he managed to capture proof. While the footage remains unexplained, one thing is certain: whatever happened that night terrified him enough to make up his mind about the house. The final video comes from India and shows a woman walking alone late at night. She visibly frightened, repeatedly glancing over her shoulder as if she's being followed. At first, it's easy to assume it's just fear playing tricks on her in the darkness. But then something strange happens. The woman stops and looks toward a spot where nothing appears to be. Moments later, a figure of a man suddenly in that exact same, seemingly out of nowhere. Viewers are divided. Some believe this could be a ghost captured on camera, others think it might have been a real person who, for some reason, wasn't visible at first. Either way, the moment is deeply unsettling. The figure simply stands there, staring at the woman in silence. So what do you think? Was it something paranormal, or just an unusual camera effect?